Hello, this is Lynne Michaud from York High School, and this is my screencasting presentation, One Strategy to Address Learner Variability. So what is a screencast? It is a digital recording of a computer screen output, also known as a video screen capture, often containing audio narration, like what you are hearing now. I believe it can be an effective way to leverage technology to engage and support all learners. Some advantages and uses. There are teacher instructional videos, so you can apply the flipped classroom concept, having students watch the videos at home and then using class time to apply that information. It can be used as reinforcement, enrichment, allow our students to be independent, allow students to go at their own pace, and it's great for students who are absent, and it can be an option for Blizzard bag lessons, hopefully next year. Students can also create their own screencasts. They can research, create, and then speak about their topic. It's a great way to learn and to teach others. Can create a short screencast to explain what they learned or show how they solved a problem. You can narrate a slideshow, dub a video, give a speech or a performance, practice fluency. Teachers can provide students feedback on their work by using screencasting, and students can provide each other with feedback as well. And so here's a short video on the why as well, why use screencasting.
Okay, so we've got the basics, we've got some tips and even some best practices on creating these videos. So why are we making these videos in the first place? It's a good idea to have your why figured out before you get started. And the great thing about using a tool like Screencastify and creating these short videos for students is that it's almost like a way of cloning yourself as the teacher. If you ever feel like you're constantly saying the same stuff over and over again, class period to class period, repeating the same thing back to students that have questions, if you have some of this stuff saved as a video, you can save yourself a lot of time and headache of having to repeat yourself over and over again by referring students back to these instructional videos. So creating short instructional videos of your content that you teach in your class, it's huge. It can save you lots of time. It can save you lots of frustration, but it can also save students and parents and families frustration too. So think about it. If you have these instructional videos all recorded and you put them in a place where they're easily accessible, what can students do? If they're absent from school, send them to watch one of the instructional videos. If they're struggling with an assignment and they need some follow-up, send them to one of those instructional videos. In fact, if you've heard of Khan Academy, Sal Khan, who created the Khan Academy, did it for his niece, and his niece used to joke that she liked the video version of him better than the real life version. And she said that was because she could pause him and rewind him on the video version. So that's basically what you turn yourself into. At home, if students are struggling at home and they ask their parents and the parents have no idea, or even worse, if they learned it a different way and they're trying to teach their student, trying to teach your student in a way that doesn't fit with what you're doing, if they have instructional videos available, then they can go back and they can check those out. If you have a substitute teacher, having students watch the video version of you, I mean, on and on and on. Creating these instructional videos and putting them in a Screencastify folder, embedding them on a website, including them in your learning management system can make everybody's lives a lot easier.
So that's a pretty good review of why instructional videos can be useful and an effective strategy. When you download Screencastify and you start to run the program, there are some tools that you can learn how to use, such as the pen, the eraser. You can wipe the entire screen clean or show and hide focus. So let me show you how to download the software that you need. First, you do need Google Chrome, and then you're going to get Screencastify. A number of ways you can get it. You can get it through the Google Store, or you can just click here, Screencastify. And then you want to click Add it to Chrome. I already have it added. So you'll see that message there. And then you can just sign in using your Gmail account. And the good thing also is it will automatically, your screencast will automatically upload to Google. So your Google Drive. You can share your screencast directly to Google Classroom, so that is one neat feature. The free version is just for 10 minutes, but that's a pretty good time for a screencast. You can teach routines using Screencastify, as this lady did. You can narrate tests when students have accommodations that call for read-aloud assessments. That can be embarrassing for the students and hard to accommodate logistically. So recording an assessment using Screencastify beforehand allows students to receive the services they need discreetly and helps you manage the logistics. You can create a parent newsletter using screencasts. You can do an open house rewind for those parents that were unable to attend open house. You can post to this neat site called Flipgrid, which is an excellent tool that allows you and your students to share webcam videos and interact with each other. You can upload it to Edpuzzle, which is another great program, so these work good together. You can record it on AWW app, which allows you to display a whiteboard in real time. And so once you get your session all created, you can create a screencast. You can have students do book reviews. A student's thoughts after they read a book are so important to capture. Having them create a book review using Screencastify allows their reviews to be easily shared with their classmates. Students have been creating short presentations on current events for a very long time. They can screencast that. You can use it for test remediations. Students need to understand why they received the test score they did. So if you don't have time to go over every single problem in class, you can create a small screencast detailing how to answer each question and allow students to watch the ones that apply to them and receive the remediation they need. You can create sub-lessons for a substitute teacher. Historical artifacts. Students can use Screencastify to explain their understanding of historical documents. You can use Google Earth and Screencastify together to create some creative assignments. Students can create lab reports. You can create lab instructions on Screencastify, so you don't have to say the same things over and over again. You can create virtual museum trips. Google Arts and Culture allows anyone to take a virtual tour of breathtaking museums and historical sites. After learning about pieces, use Screencastify to take students on a tour or have students take you on a tour. You'll get to see how students interpret different pieces from history. You can have students narrate their code. I've done this in my HTML and my programming classes. This really forces the students to think about their logic and think through their code. Students can give speeches through the use of screencasting. You can have students record interviews, so we go through interviewing techniques. So you can have them practice conducting or participating in an interview, and then you can offer critique. Or research papers, virtual exit tickets, and I am running out of time, so I'm going to stop and I will share this with you. Hope you gained some information. Thank you. Have a great day.